Was good, was good, was good. Buckeye Steppers podcast, episode 49. Episode 49, man. Next week will be episode 50. Oh, man, it's crazy, man. So, we in week 5 of the college football season, of the 2025 season, man. And it's been, very exciting. But this weekend, gonna be one of the best weekends ever in college football, man. There's a lot of bangers this weekend, man. A lot of bangers. And we're gonna cover the Buckeyes, cover our guys, of course, first, and first and foremost, and cover the landscape and everything. And we're gonna get these predictions for these games for week 5 for sure, man. So let me talk to my brothers, man. How y'all feeling?
Feeling
Good, man.
I'm tired of hearing everybody say they think Washington can hang with us.
Makes
Man,
two.
bro. Talk about it. Talk about it. For real, bro. So, just to start off the show, man, let's do some little quick updates from this week that's going on in college football a little bit right now, just to start off with. So, one of the big stories, of course, that dropped this week was Mike Gundy, man, getting fired by Oklahoma State, man. And this was like long time coming. He lost Oklahoma State. They just lost the game to Tulsa, one of the bottom tier teams in the group of 5. We're not even bottom tier, not bottom tier in the group of 5, but one of the group of 5 teams, and the team that's low tier in their own state. And they lost to Tulsa at home 19-12 last week. Paid them close to $2 million to lose last week to Tulsa. And the week before they lost to Oregon like 65-7 or something. They got BTA on them the week before. So Mike Gundy, man, just didn't have a good start, man, and the program hasn't been looking well. So him being fired, definitely not surprised. No, he's alumni for Oklahoma State and everything, but hey, he got a good buyout, so he'd be good. So what y'all think about this with Mike Gundy getting fired by Oklahoma State, fellas?
I think it's a
I
long time
thought
coming.
I heard
My
I
fault.
heard
Go
a
ahead.
story today from a little birdie that he was offered to finish the season and announce his retirement, and he refused so that he could get the buyout.
That's interesting. That's
Like,
interesting.
Smart business.
yeah, like they were basically
Hey,
trying to let him finish the season so they didn't have to pay him, and he was like, "No, if you want to fucking fire me, fire me."
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
ain't
I'm
mad at
not.
that.
I'm not done coaching. I'm not retiring. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna force me to do that.
You think he gets another job at a different big time program? You got to be
Uh,
a coordinator somewhere.
yeah, I would say maybe more coordinator side. I don't think he going to re-earn the coaching part.
go to my boy
I mean,
Justin James in
he's
the
got like the
building.
longest tenure at a school since like Joe Paterno or some shit. Like he's been there for like I think it's like 28 years or something, like 28 or 38 years between being a coach, assistant coach, and player.
Guys, salute to my dog
That's
Tay,
crazy.
man. You already know my boy Tay, man. Yeah, so I mean, so with Mike Gundy being gone, what what's a possible replacement for him that y'all think, y'all fellas? Ain't really been too many crazy names. This is a name I did hear float around. I heard Jim Knowles' name float around for this job. And of course,
I
Well,
can
he was
see it.
coaching at Oklahoma State, 4 years ago before he came to Ohio State. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, I
they
can
had
see
decently
that.
turned up over there. So, that was a name that I heard floating
You
around
know,
before Knowles.
I'm not lying, and this is I'll send y'all the thing. If I knew how to back out of this and not ruin myself being in it, I would. But I saw a post that said that Oklahoma State has reached out to Nick Saban and gave him like a crazy offer that basically like
Mm,
the offer of a interview is on the table and that they have been in contact with Saban's, at least his camp. I don't know if they've spoke to him specifically. This is 100%. I read it. I'll send it to y'all. I think I even screenshotted it to be honest. Um, but again, we all know that he's comfy, and if he comes back to coaching, he probably telling Kalen Dobear or whatever the hell his name is to take his ass on out of his seat.
Yep, I got some
But
other names too that I just pulled up. They said Texas State coach, GJ King. Um, they said Texas
That's a
A&M
good one.
offensive coordinator Colin Klein. Nebraska's OC Dana Ferguson. Of course, he was coaching at a couple of spots already beforehand. Falcons OC Zach Robinson. Purdue coach Barry Odom and North Texas coach Eric Morris. So, and they said Miami OC Shannon Dawson as well, and Oregon OC Will Stein. So those are some of the names that they have for replacements for Mike Gundy right now. And of course, it's gonna be a little different, with the season in play, but we'll definitely stay tuned in to what's going on with Oklahoma State and their new head coach situation after relieving Mike Gundy from his duties. And let's move to the next one right here. Fran Brown, man, they got fined for 25,000 for faking injuries during the Clemson game from the ACC, man. So what y'all think about this right here?
hey,
You know,
stand on
it's
that shit. That was
it,
fire as fuck that he said. And did you? I misread what it said. My bad. Did y'all see that he said, "Go ahead and try to talk to my players, but if I find out, I'm gonna punch you in your shit."
yeah,
Hey, I love Fran Brown, bro.
No
He a
facts. My
dog.
bad. Hey, listen, I was talking to my wife and I just looked up and read it. I thought it was that. So, let me.
Oh, you good? You good? You all good?
What is feigning? And oh, for faking
thank you.
injuries. Listen, I just dealt with that, and I'm gonna say this as a referee. I just dealt with that in a game last Saturday, Lima Senior versus Toledo Rogers, and the same Toledo Rogers kid. Like, I've never seen it look more obvious that someone was like pretending to be hurt, and
Oh
I
Uh,
like
wow.
we ended up having like I mean obviously I can't find a JV coach, but we ended up having to like I think we ended up penalizing him and like telling the coach like he had to stop. Like yeah, it was I don't know. So like if he was and the refs went as far as like taking it to the ACC and stuff, I think that would be
Yeah, it's fake. This is crazy, man. Like with
still
the
here. Am I
faking
still
and
here?
with the
yeah,
college game though, they are trying to get into these teams having their players fake injuries and shit now.
Yeah,
So that's starting to
am
be in
I
play a
still in
lot.
here?
What you say, bro?
yes,
Well, someone called me. I didn't know if I had to back out. My bad. No,
Oh, you
and
good?
again, I again. But I mean, I kind of look at football a little differently now, if I'm being honest. And
Absolutely.
I would say like football comes down to like to have like a good product for the fans and like a good environment for the players and like good clean game. It comes down to like game flow, which is ironically ran by a referee more than the players. And
Absolutely.
and I'll say that the feigning injuries thing really dampens the flow of the game that we're trying to keep. We only want to stop the game if someone's really hurt. So like when people fake it to like their team's getting torched, like first off, you should be embarrassed with yourself.
they want to
Facts.
get off the field faster, not slower.
Yeah, like I don't know. I just if you I'd have to look at it because I didn't even know that this was a thing. Again, like I said, when I first looked up, I thought it was over
Yeah,
him
I
telling
think
people that they would have to
if I
fight him if
remember,
they
I think we
talked to his
talked
players.
about it on the show during the off season that they were imposing a rule where they
Yeah,
weren't
no, no,
about
no.
to
Yeah,
let.
I knew they were imposing
Yeah,
the rule. I just didn't know
yeah.
Syracuse
This
had got
kind of just
fined.
came about this season because I remember we covered it on the show of ours in the off season where we was talking about the new rules that college football was bringing to the game, and this was one of the new rules for us. The conferences or the NCAA they finding teams for faking injuries during games and stuff. So this is a part of that right here. And which is nasty work. That 25K ain't nothing, man. They ain't worried about that shit, man. So
Some
we want to
boosters
keep
taking that anyway.
Hey, I was
facts,
about to ask
man.
that. Y'all think a booster's covering it?
Man, they
Yeah,
man they
hundred
cover that
percent.
shit that night.
They
25
probably gave
can't
him
beat
50 because they like what he said.
him. Thanks. So we can go to the next topic right here, man. So, little other news right here. Um, Ole Miss is expected to start State transfer Trinidad Chambers again, making his third start versus LSU this Saturday right here. So,
Hey,
no, no Austin
listen,
Simmons, man. Austin Simmons out for the third game, man, and no, this is
listen to
no
me.
a big game right
This
here.
dude is a fucking baller, bro. This kid,
Hey,
I don't know if y'all even watched it or seen it. This kid is a baller, bro. I'm gonna be real. There's a real serious chance these cats could upset these dudes on Saturday.
now,
I'm
hey,
dead
some people
ass.
saying that he gonna take Austin Simmons' job, that the job may not even go back to Austin Simmons the way that he's playing right now.
I'm telling you, I was just reading about it today, and I would tell you that that is Trinidad's team right now. Right now, as we speak, they may not have came out
Mm,
and said it yet. Right now, and, barring
absolutely.
absolute devastation against LSU, which I don't see. If you watch how he plays, he's finna ball out. He's finna ball. I mean, I like
Yeah,
him.
I watched them.
I'm a
I watched
fan.
them last week, man. I
Fan
was
for
impressed.
sure. Fan.
I'm like, damn,
Full
he looking
name.
better than Simmons almost. Damn near Simmons was turning the ball over in them couple of games he played.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna call you out, homie to homie. Sometimes you be trying to be too polite. Almost was close, better than no, motherfucker. He is obviously based on eye test better than that man Simmons. Not even
Okay.
comparable at this moment, my opinion. And I saw this, and I know our show's not big or famous, but shout out to the AD of Ferris State calling out the people in Bristol at ESPN headquarters. He said, are you willfully ignorant or just ignorant? How you don't know? So I don't know what anybody knows about Ferris State. They haven't lost a game since like 2021 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
They're like basically the best college football product, pound for pound at all the levels. You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes have won like 7 straight natties or some. I might be exaggerating that part. I don't know those exact numbers. I'm just telling you the extreme of how good they've been. And they were like, "How the hell y'all act like you know football and you have no clue who Ferris State is, or you would already know who Trinidad Chambliss is." Because dude is good, bro. Oh, he's good. He's fun to watch too. I like him.
I'm
I
gonna
like
check him
him.
out. I don't know enough about him.
Yeah, man. He been balling, man, for sure. Gotta say that for sure.
Now
He
again,
definitely.
the same thing we say about other people. He bought at Ferris State. He's bought out of been against. We're not going to say terrible competition, but not what he's about to play this Saturday. So, show me that shit against number 4 LSU, and it's on.
Facts, facts. And we can go on to the big news that happened, man, that we seen this week, man, with John Mateer, man, suffered a thumb injury where on his throwing hand where he's gonna miss up to 3 to 4 weeks, coming up, man. So big news with John Mateer. Of course, they have him as a Heisman candidate right now, and this is a big loss for Oklahoma right here for these 4 weeks right here.
And I think it's devastating. Who's their backup? Do we know? Do we know
I
anything about
forgot
him?
his name, man. I was listening in. Somebody mentioned his name. I'm about to check real quick.
Like, is he like decent enough that he's gonna be able to keep these cats afloat? Like, what's their
I
schedule?
want, yeah. That's why I want to look at their schedule
I,
real quick. That's what I was more curious about is their schedule. Let me look. Let me check it real quick. Pull it up. All right.
Hey,
So
I'm about to lay my kids down real quick. I'm not getting off. I'm just muting. Go ahead.
are you good? So like Oklahoma, they have this Saturday they play Kent State, which is that's an easy dub for them, of course. And then next
Right.
Saturday they got the Red River rivalry game with Texas next week, which is very interesting. And then they got Carolina South Carolina after that, and then they're back at home against Ole Miss, and then they play Tennessee after that. So,
Bro,
I
that might
mean,
be if John Mateer don't play, that might be 4 losses in a row.
mm,
Dead ass. No disrespect to Oklahoma. John Mateer is the reason you're like really as elite as you've looked this year. Your defense is good. I'm not taking away from you, but like your offense is made by that guy. If your backup isn't at least like 75% of what Mateer is, you stand almost no chance against those 4 teams, in my opinion.
So I think the backup is Michael Hawkins Jr.
Okay, they're gonna go 1-4 over the next 5 weeks if John Machier don't come back.
Now Michael Hawkins, he played a little bit last year. Played a little bit last year, but no, not too much. He didn't have too much time last year. And we're looking at that schedule, man. That schedule's tough, bro. Like with Texas, then you got Ole Miss, and no, man, it's a tough schedule, bro, for them to get through if they're for him to be able to win. No, for them to win without him in these next 3-4 weeks, it's gonna be tough. They gonna If they can go 3-1 in that part of that schedule, that's a win for them. But if I mean, I can see at best they probably go, they go 2-2, 3-1. I don't want to see them going 4-0. They're gonna lose one of these games without material playing, I believe.
No, it's definitely gonna be Texas.
Yeah, it could be
Not
next
gonna be
week, man.
Texas.
It could be next week for sure. You know what I'm saying? Michael Hawkins had some experience, so we'll definitely see and stay close to it. And speaking of the Heisman odds, man, here goes the current Heisman odds right now. They got Fernando Mendoza
Jesus,
right now at 1 and the top of the
that's
Heisman
wild.
odds after week 4. Dante Moore at 2, Carson Beck at 3, Gunnar Stockton at 4, Marcel Reed at 5, which I like Marcel Reed. I really do. Josh Hoover from TCU. He put on a good performance last week in this game that I watched from him. Um, Joy Aguilar from Tennessee, Garrett Nussmeyer, then JJ and JS10 to round it out for the top 10 for the Heisman odds right now. So what y'all think about these Heisman odds, fellas? Moore,
First
what's
thing that
good, my
stands out to
brother?
me is the obvious. It's Indiana's quarterback being on top. That's crazy. That's nasty work. And then the other thing is Tennessee's quarterback. And what a mistake last year's quarterback made
He been
because it
lighting
was
shit up over
obviously.
there, bro. He been lighting shit up.
Uh, I'm saying even balling down there in Tennessee. Uh, I was talking about I don't want to get his name wrong. Kid from last year that was about money and left about money and that dude stepped up, man. But
I
Ohio
like
State, I
Dante
don't
Moore
think
too, man. Dante Moore been, I like what I'm seeing from him, man. He been putting on some good performances starting off this year. Oregon's been looking real strong. They've been looking real strong. Carson Beck
100%
at 3. What y'all think about Carson Beck at 3?
gross. I
Same
don't
as
like that guy.
if they keep winning, man, he gonna his stock gonna be high.
Facts, man. And here goes the national championship odds currently right now. Of course, got Ohio State 1, Penn State at 2, Georgia at 3, Texas at 4, Oregon at 5, and LSU, Alabama, Miami, Oklahoma, and Texas A&M to round it out. The top 10 for the national championship current odds right now. So what y'all think about the natty odds?
I think Penn.
How the
Too
hell is
much
Penn
movement.
State?
I was about to
Sorry,
say
go ahead.
I was about to go on Penn State. I was like Penn State need to be down probably where A&M is. I think Oregon needs to be up there behind us. Georgia behind Oregon. I think Texas needs to be below Miami and LSU. For real, for real. I mean, that would be my reshuffle.
Texas is way
Okay.
too high. I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Yeah,
it's the same thing with Penn State. It's all media driven, which is crazy because they've been so high on Penn State and Arch Manning, and they're just like, I'm not going to come off it. We're still going to, push this, even though, it looks hard what they are.
hey, TB look like the Black Clark Kent down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I ain't too much, but so let's get into our first official rankings of the year, man. So we started our Buckeye Steppers podcast top 10 rankings into week 5, man, and we released it, about a couple of hours ago. We got some comments rolling through. I already know there's gonna be some more people on Facebook and Twitter popping some shit about it. So here go our first top 10 college football rankings in the week 5 right here. Of course, we got Ohio State at 1, Oregon at 2, Miami at 3, Oklahoma currently at 4, LSU at 5, Georgia at 6, Penn State at 7, Florida State at 8, Texas A&M at 9, and Texas at 10. So, fellas, we can go. We was talking about it a little bit before we came on and shit. So we can
Hey,
go ahead
let me
and get
just say
into the
this.
content and give the content up right
Cause
here.
now I gotta say it to all three of you motherfuckers at once. I sent you a text. No, TB, you sit your ass down and you listen to this. I sent y'all motherfuckers a text that said, "Hey, I'm about to walk on this field to do this game. Starts in 12 minutes. I trust y'all." And then you go and break my fucking trust. The
Tell us what you
Sounds
don't
like
fucking
like
you was in
about
a
the.
how
Tell us
you
what you
and
don't like
listen,
about it, bro.
my voice is 1/4 of this at the very least, and ain't no way that Oklahoma is number 4 to everybody in here.
right
Mm.
now. I don't think they stayed for long. So I was
Dude,
kind of being nice
no,
and generous, but
listen,
they look good.
no, listen. Florida State went 12-0 and didn't get put in just on pure principle of their quarterback being out for the next 5 weeks with that fucking schedule. You can't put them at 4. You just can't. Even if you think they are the fourth best
We're
team
not
with
talking
John
about next
Mateer,
week.
with
We're not
fucking
talking
John
about Saturday. We
Hawkins the
talk about
third,
right now. We talk about
John
right
Hawkins
now.
the third at
We're not
quarterback, they're
talking
not
about the
even top
future. Well,
20.
we know the future holds. This is a ranking on what's happened in the first 4 weeks of the year.
So
Mhm.
you think
So if we're
Oklahoma
judging
is the
that
fourth
team,
best
which is
team in
what this
college
ranking is
football?
about.
What is their actual ranking right now? What is their actual college football ranking right now?
They're number
Six or
7.
seven.
Number 7.
AP actual ranking. So this is
Come
the
on,
AP
bro.
right here.
They're number 7.
So this is
Come
the current
on,
AP.
bro.
They got the AP. They got Ohio State at 1, Miami at
Yeah, I
2,
see it.
Penn State at 3, LSU at 4, Georgia at 5, and then they got Oklahoma at 7 and Florida State at 8. So it's like
Oh,
they got the same teams that we have in ours. Literally, they just have it and shuffled around. Like we shuffled our shit around, and we should pretty much. I'm going off of the eye test on how do these
I'm
guys,
just
how these
like
teams play,
for
and
me, if
who
you
they
go
play.
4 through 7, the person with the best win, without question, is Georgia. So if we're going based on resume, then Georgia has to be above Oklahoma and LSU because they beat Tennessee, which is a better win than Michigan or fucking Auburn. Auburn is just ranked because they're in the SEC, not because they're fucking good.
I think
Mm.
Georgia needs to
How I
be.
feel about the top
I,
SEC teams. I don't
I,
think they're as good as they used to be. That's why they aren't
I
that high on my list.
They just beat a top ranked Tennessee team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the SEC is weak.
All right, we can be
Now
Big
this
Ten.
not
We
I
can
agree
be
with Tyler. I think
Big
Georgia.
Ten biased if we want to.
I think Georgia needs to be. I agree. I think Georgia needs to be above Oklahoma. I will have Georgia 4. I will have LSU 5. I will have Oklahoma 6. Penn State 7. Florida State 8. I will have. I would definitely will have A&M in there. I'm trying to find a reason to put Texas out the top 10. Honestly, I just don't think they.
Indiana.
And you know what? You know what I stand on, and y'all are gonna be
that's
like,
it.
but I'm gonna show
Indiana
my
over
Big
them
Ten
though.
bias. Bump Texas and put Indiana. Bump
Yeah,
Texas and put Indiana. 63-10 win over a top 10 team. I don't give a fuck if Illinois was overrated or not.
Mm.
Based on resume, a 63-10 win over a top 10 team is a better win than anybody on this fucking list, to be honest with you.
yeah. I would have Ole Miss over Texas in the top. I mean, I would put Indiana, Ole Miss, or Texas Tech above
So
Texas.
So then that's where I allow y'all to stand on your Oklahoma because in the same token as we're saying Ole Miss is still good, they lost their starting quarterback and are down to their backup and they're still doing it. Yeah, I got UGA 4 myself, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm still high on Miami right now. I would probably put Miami at 2 still over Oregon because again, Oregon has played like Oklahoma State. Like Oregon hasn't played a single good team yet. Like
Man, you
like
changed
not even like
But see
you
now this
changed
the
your tune
thing.
on Miami,
I'm looking
T.
at now. Yeah, now I agree with you. Miami could they have a case to where they definitely is a solid team that could be at 2. I
I
like
mean,
Oregon over
I mean, at
Miami
this point, I
because I
know.
feel like Oregon they do like the games that they playing. They doing what they supposed to do with the teams they playing. And like and they look and
No,
you
I
look at
hear
the
you.
eye test, Oregon looks like they are our biggest threat. Out of all these teams that's on this list, Oregon looks like they are the biggest threat right now to me.
Ask
Like
Cam.
Miami,
I've
Ah,
had
like
Oregon too for
literally
the last 2 or 3
Miami,
weeks.
we play Miami
So
right
that's
now,
why they're
we'll
still a
rack
two.
Miami.
man,
Like if we
I
play
and
Miami,
I
Oklahoma, like everybody else on this list besides Oregon, I think we beat right now. Oregon is the I think we beat Oregon too, but I think they the toughest task to me in my opinion.
I don't know, man.
They're the next best team in
I think
college
those
football.
two ACC teams could give us a real hassle. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Who?
I disagree.
Miami and Florida State.
I think our
Man,
defense is that good to
you
where
ain't
I think our
fucking
we'll be
with
defense is
fine in
too good
anything.
for everybody, but you know, some of
I
these
think they
announcers
looking
think that
at
it's
the
not even good enough for
2000
Desmond
Ravens, but
Williams.
I
we got an
think
offense.
I think we give Miami the business. I would be worried about Florida State though.
I'm excited for that game. I really am. That Florida State Miami game.
Uh-huh.
I also am really excited for that Ole Miss LSU game. To be honest, college football is fun, bro. NFL sucks. To be honest, words of a Cowboys fan.
Now you know why he said it.
No, right.
Bengals fans are just delusional. I love the NFL. I love football, man. I love high school football,
All football.
college football.
Listen, as a referee, I did an 8-man junior high game today. That was the coolest shit. That shit was so much fun, dude. 8-man, you have no clue. That shit was wild.
Hey, you know,
I'm just saying, I love football too. Any football. I ref flag football, youth football, junior high. I love all football,
yeah, facts.
and I can't wait to do wrestling this winter.
That's basketball for you.
Yeah, you enjoy playing with balls, sir.
Says the guy dressed up in tights trying to grab the other guy's balls. Nice.
Hey, and that was a decent comeback, but not good. All right. All
Listen,
in all, not a bad
so
list. Like we
now,
said, we're all in agreement that these are probably the top 10 teams. Maybe with the argument that like Texas Tech, Indiana, or Ole Miss could be number 10 instead of Texas. That's
correct.
about that's about where I stand with it. But I also stand on the fact that Miami's probably number 2 and Oklahoma is not fucking number 4.
I'm cool with Miami being number three because the way Oregon looked, you know what I'm saying.
Man,
But
I just think Miami's strength of schedule is way better right now.
you changed your tune on Miami because before the season you wasn't feeling that.
I hate
Uh,
Carson Beck, but he's definitely proven me wrong for sure.
mhm.
Not me.
Now this my case right here. I was saying for us like with with Oklahoma, I felt like they win versus Auburn and Michigan was better wins than LSU. Like LSU, they biggest win is against Clemson, and when Clemson, they 1-3 right now. I mean, they done lost two home games. They done lost to LSU, and they done just got whacked by Syracuse last week, 34-21 at home, and they lost to Georgia Tech the week before. So Mhm. LSU win versus
Devil coming to the
Clemson is
Big
not
Ten.
that valuable as as much as they were portraying it beforehand. A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oklahoma they got two solid good wins with Auburn and Michigan, in my opinion. Which is T Mac, you made the case with Georgia with their win over Tennessee being the better win, which is I agree with that. You can definitely make a case for that for sure, but. The biggest win out of all these teams, in my opinion, is Ohio State beating Texas. In my opinion, so shit, everybody else can have all the bullshit because Texas is definitely a solid top 10 team. No, top 10 team to me, in my opinion, still. You know what I mean? But we'll see.
Negative. Texas is not a top 10 team. I don't. I just respectfully disagree. What they have shown.
He said, "I just respectfully disagree."
I
It's
can't.
fine. No, it's fine, brother. It's fine.
I can't. I
I'm
can't.
fine. Like if y'all want to put Texas in the top 15, I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm absolutely fine
Hey,
with that. If y'all
I
want to
say
add
next week.
Indiana
Next week
because
when we drop
Indiana
it, we drop
beat the
everybody's
shit out of
stuff too.
Illinois last week, I'm absolutely fine with that. You know what I mean? For sure.
Right.
I'm
Because I just feel
absolutely
like
fine with that. But
Ole
we're
Miss.
definitely we gonna get on the rankings early this week, this next couple of weeks. So we'll drop them it. So we'll definitely be ready for this 50th episode next week, man, for sure. So let's go ahead and keep it pushing, man. So let's get into Ryan's Day presser the other day, going in talking about the Washington game. Of course, the Buckeyes they heading west. No, well, they already there now. Up in Washington, they went 2 days earlier. Instead of going the day before, and they there now. And this is Ron Day from the press conference the other day, speaking about the road game at Washington. He said, "We know this is going to be a great challenge, being on the road. A very good team." They said, "For these guys, this group, it would be our first time on the road. Whatever we've done the first three games means absolutely nothing going into this game. We got to go on the road and get this win. It starts with taking care of the football. It starts with tackling. It starts with blocking, and then it goes from there. As coaches, it's our job to be successful, to make sure we're putting them in the situation to be successful. That's important to make sure they're playing fast." So, what you think about Ryan Day's comments right here going into this Washington game?
I mean, I
Say what
think
he's supposed to say.
yeah, I was about to say the same thing. What else? I mean, what do you expect him to say? You know, he ain't gonna give him no bulletin board material, even though we about to wipe the floor with these dudes. Though, but you know, yeah, I mean, yeah.
That 8.5 point spread is disrespectful, as
So
Stephen A. would say.
Some people say it should be lower. That's what I was listening to guys on other little college football little pods earlier, and they was like they think the spread should be lower. Which is I
They
was like,
got
whoa.
a lot of them got Washington beating us.
based off what evidence?
They hatred for the Ohio State. That's all it is.
This team
Hey,
is not
look at this boy.
good.
Hey, look at Tony. Tony said, "Crutcher, if Shador had the kind of bounce back year Beck has had it to this point, you would be screaming Heisman for the 50 to the sky."
Damn, you been waiting to say that one, huh, boss?
That doesn't even have anything to do with this conversation.
I know. I just
Oh, I
figured
know.
that as in it. But here go Tony with this daggone. I told y'all Washington is a good team.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
How have you told us? How have you told us? The game ain't even happened yet. You
He's
can't
saying
say
it
I
because
told you
he's
so
saying
till the
he's
game's over.
seeing Dave said. That's the
Right.
reason
Goofy.
why.
Bro, they played Colorado State, UC Davis, and Washington State. They played
'Cause
nobody. Ohio State puts 50 points up on all those teams. Hell, we probably beat UC. Washington put 70 up on UC Davis. What do you think we would do? Like, come on, man. Like, he needs to stop. Washington State, Washington State put 24 points up on against Washington. That's Washington State. Like, put
yeah.
24 on what? Like, come on. Like, this is laughable. This is laughable. Talking about good team.
All right,
Giving
so
up
we go for it
24. I
right
don't
here.
care you got
So
59.
here go Ryan Day. He's speaking on Edric Houston, which I found this a little interesting right here. He said he's just like everybody else on the team, searching for ways to be consistent in everything they do. But the ability is obviously there. We're looking for consistency in everybody. It's everybody's job each day in the Woody to build trust, and every day is an opportunity to build trust. We need consistency. I think that's where you first look. We've talked about this before. A guy can flash, which means he has the ability to do it. The question is, can he consistently do it? That's part of maturing as a player. It's the coach's job to make sure we're communicating what needs to get done and the expectations. But we are looking for depth at every position, and we need as many guys as we can to play as possible. So this was news, like this was kind of a little different right here. Interesting with Ryan Day because of course last week Edric didn't start in the game in Ohio. They started Tyrone Malone. And Edric played, but he didn't start. And they trying to get to him a little bit for us. Him having those those penalties on defense that he be having. You know what I mean? Staying locked in. Being consistent for us is play because we know Edge Houston, him and Caden McDonald, they're literally like probably the best two defensive tackles in the country, possibly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Stacked together. And both of them boys are ballers, like ballers. Both of them, they've been having a hell of a season starting off. But Edric, definitely got to limit the penalties. And, Ryan Day and, Larry Johnson, they was, and they was teaching them a lesson last week by not starting them last week and everything. And so, what y'all feel about this with Edric Houston right here?
Uh, I think they just are trying to get everybody some reps. I think
That
on
too,
what old Chip Kelly was saying about why he ain't letting Ashton Genty carry the ball a whole lot. Like, keeping Edric Houston healthy until like later when it matters is going to be important. So I definitely think that, like he said, he's just trying to find depth, and if Edric's showing a little bit of slack, then maybe you let some of the other guys play for a little bit so you can try to get him mentally back right. You know what he does on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with getting depth and getting players reps. You know what I mean? I mean, it's going to help us in the long run anyway. So, I don't see nothing wrong with that.
absolutely. Absolutely, man. So we can go to the next one right here, man, with Ryan Day. So they said, they asked Ryan Day about style points, and he said the number one goal is to win the game. If you start worrying about too much about quote unquote style points, you can get yourself in a bad situation fast. The number one goal is to win the game. Period. There's no other sport that anything matters other than winning. College football used to have style points, and they still have style points. That's something you have to be careful on. That being said, we have a certain level of execution, and we want to play a certain way. When that's
I'll be
met,
I'll be
we
right
know
back
it's
on.
met. When we're
Right.
playing to our standard, we know what that look like. We hold ourselves to our standard, not our opponents, whether it's practice or a game. It doesn't matter who we're playing. It's about how we play. Whatever scoreboard says is one thing. What we think and where we're at is another thing. So, what y'all think about that right there from Ryan Day, from the talking about style points?
Uh, I think style points matter. I don't care. I mean, I get what he's saying, but when we playing teams like Grambling State, right? If say we won 20 to 17 against Grambling State, nobody's talking about the win. They talking about how we should have beat them by more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it depends on who you're playing for the style points. Now, we lose to Oregon 36-35. You know what I mean? Those are two great teams going at it. Those are two, powerhouses. The best team won. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, like, no, the style points is always going to matter, especially in college with the, you know what I mean? Because, you
It's how they
know,
base the rankings.
exactly, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Style points matter.
yeah, I think the style points matter when it get like later in the season, especially when it get to certain games. And, like Ryan Day, of course, he's always gonna have the most politically correct answer when it comes up to the media asking him these type of questions and stuff, of course. But he knows that he was capping. He knows style points matter. Like he knows it matters, especially when it get later in the season and shit. But I don't think they're looking at it in that factor, like he mentioned. Though I will agree to that, to where like they're not looking at it in where like we gotta blow these motherfuckers out to look good. You know what I'm saying? That for this game later in the season or whatsoever. Like I don't think they're looking at it like that at this moment, though. So I do agree with him in a sense, but then. Like he can't like him saying that style points don't matter. Like yeah, no, they matter. They definitely matter. For
Yes.
sure, and he knows it. He knows it for sure. He knows it for sure. And moving on a little bit right here, Ryan Day he said Ohio State's DB Lorenzo Styles is ready to go for the Washington game. Man, he had a great week of practice. And moving on right here. This is another little interesting little factor. Just to add context with Lorenzo, of course, Lorenzo was a little shaken up in the last week's game, and they was checking him out throughout this week and stuff. So he's going to be good to go on Saturday. Sonny Styles, he had high praise for Arvell Reese's ability to spy the quarterback, something Ohio State will likely ask him to do against Washington's Demond Williams Jr. He's shown he's an elite spy, probably one of the best in the country, from Styles said. So what y'all think about Sonny Styles' comments about Arvell Reese's ability to spy the quarterback?
It's pretty much the same what we've been saying about Arvell Reese for a year now. We were
Right.
just waiting for him to hit the field.
But it's
He's
people
every
right now saying that he's probably gonna be a first round pick, like because he's like I think he's a sophomore, he's a redshirt sophomore, so they already like grading him probably as a first round pick right now, bro. We're like he fuck around and keep doing what he's doing, bro. He fuck around to leave after this year.
Yeah.
he would be smart too. I mean, your stock's not going to get any higher than that.
Yeah, because
You got
I
to
look at it
iron
as
while it's hot.
if you second or third round, then you kind of think about it. But if you a bona fide first round, first rounder, like yeah, you got to go get that bag.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Got to go
Got to
get
strike
that bag.
iron while it's hot. For sure.
Crazy, man. So before I got another one. This is the last one I got right here. And Taylor Downs on Matt Patricia. He said, I respect that man to the highest level. Downs said, just in case. He said, just everything he does, even walking in meetings, talking about Marcus Ariellas, talking about things outside of football. It's a great thing to listen to and be around from
Marcus
Matt Patricia.
Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius. He was the uh, what's the Roman?
Gladiator.
He was
That's
a real like Roman.
that
Uh,
was that was Russell Crowe's name on Gladiator, wasn't it?
Maximus Meridius.
Oh, okay.
Than it was.
Oh, okay. It sounded like it. My bad. My bad.
Oh no, you good. Nah,
Yeah,
like
man.
the
So
old dude in the beginning was Marcus Aurelius. He was the one that he was like one of the most loved Roman emperors or whatever they were called.
Got you.
facts, facts. So yeah, little deep dive, man. I said something earlier on Twitter, man. I forget. I don't know why I didn't get that screenshot. I should have definitely posted it for the night. But I was speaking about Matt Patricia, man, where I was saying Matt Patricia, people was giving a lot of flack about that hire, just due to the fact that he had that bad coaching stint as a head coach with the Lions. And, I told people, Matty P is gonna be a good hire. I'm telling you, he's gonna be even better than Jim Knowles. And you just look at what he's doing with this 4-2-5 defense that Jim Knowles left behind. He has upgraded this defense 10 plus times, dog. 10 plus times. Like he's doing shit that we ain't even seen, like Jim knows, even dial up under this defense at all, bro. Like, and it's so crazy. And it's reflecting down to the recruits that's coming up in the 2026 and the 2027 and the 2028 class right now, where a lot of the recruits is loving how Matt Patricia is using all of the players to their best, abilities, and using them, best suited at, the right positions, and moving them around and having them be, magnificent in certain ways. You know what I mean? So, Matt Patricia's doing a hell of a job, and I can't wait to see what he does versus this Washington offense coming up, man, for sure, man. So, we can do. So, do y'all want to predict all of the games first, and then we cover our game last, or y'all want to cover our game first and then do all the predictions last?
I mean, we can
Always
get
save the best for last.
yeah.
Yeah, let's do the other games last. So let's get into some of these games this week, man. So, all right, man. Florida State, they number 8, of course. They got they playing Friday night. So this is a Friday night game, 7 o'clock ESPN, playing Virginia at Virginia. So away game for Florida State, -6.5 for Florida State, 60.5 over and under in this game right here, man. So who y'all got in this game right here with Florida State, man? They 3-0. They hot right now.
I got
Yeah, I
Florida.
think I got him pretty handily too.
Yeah, I got Florida State by minimum 2 scores.
Yeah, I'm looking at the matchup predictor on ESPN. They got Florida State 60.4% over Virginia right now. So they're 39.6%. And one thing though that's kind of interesting, that quarterback for Georgia for Virginia, Morris, he's 85 for 120 with 8 touchdowns and one interception with 1,050 passing yards in his first 4 games, which is
Not
pretty
bad.
solid, pretty impressive. I ain't gonna lie, pretty impressive. And of course, they got their guy Thomas Castellanos. They got him, which is he ain't really been doing too much on the passing game too much. They really been relying on the run game heavy for real. So it was real interesting to see how it looked with Virginia and that with being in the atmosphere in Virginia night game and stuff. I think Florida State wins this game. I think they should cover the 6.5. I will say that. I'll pull for Florida State to cover.
Yeah, definitely gonna cover.
Yeah, I got Florida State covering. I think they should at least beat them by a touchdown, at least. At least. I think it's fair.
It'd be it'd be a major upset if they don't.
Oh, hell yeah, definitely will. And of course, the next game, which is another Friday night game, TCU at Arizona State. They got Arizona State -3.5 in this game right here, man. The over and under is 54.5. And this is a 9 p.m. kickoff right here on Fox tomorrow night. So this game is more so a 50-50 game for real on the matchup predictor on ESPN. They got TCU 50.6% and Arizona State 49.4%. And of course, Josh Hoover, we talked about him earlier. They got him as a Heisman candidate right now early on, and he has approximately 1,000 passing yards, 70 for 103 attempts, 11 touchdowns, 2 picks, and then they got Sam Levitt over there at Arizona State, where he got 748 passing yards with his 72 completions and 118 attempts with 6 touchdowns and 3 picks. And Arizona State rely heavy on their run game with Brown. He has 372 rushing yards, to start the year with 2 tutties, and then that wide receiver Tyson for Arizona is a Tyson, and the wide receiver for TCU McAllister. Both of those guys are monsters for both of these teams, and so that's going to be a real interesting matchup because I seen McAllister. He was cooking last week. I was watching that game. They was cooking in that last game.
Yeah,
Who they was playing? Who was they playing? They was playing SMU last week. TCU put it on them boys 35-24 last week. And of course Arizona State, they no, they beat Baylor last week by 3 last week looking at their game. So this is a true 50-50 game right here, man. True 50-50 game, man. So how y'all feeling about this one?
I'm gonna go with the home team.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah, they're
because you see
about even.
Vegas, that's where Vegas is definitely leaning. Thrill Hill was good, my boy.
Let me do my.
This isn't a game I'm
I
gonna be
definitely
watching.
go.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I think
Can I?
man, it's tough, man, for real. I think this Arizona State team this year, they're not as talented as they were last year. So it's like I kind of want to edge TCU in this one too, in my opinion. Even though I do get like Vegas going with Arizona State, with them being at home and everything, but I'm edging TCU in this one. And do they cover the spread? I would not bet that they cover the spread. I think this is a close game where it can be a field goal score game between either one of these teams. It's a 50-50 game for real in reality. It really truly is. But I edge TCU in this game right now currently.
Yeah, I think
Man,
Arizona State's still good. I'm gonna still lean towards them.
facts. Okay. Who you
Can I
got?
talk about these Friday night games for a minute? Like, why are they doing
Yeah.
Friday night games? I thought that was for high school football. College wasn't gonna step on their toes and all of that. You think that's the NIL? They just pushing it?
Oh
Money
no,
on another day?
Fox, they got a
Viewership?
deal. Well, Fox has a deal with the Big Ten, of course, and the Big 12, where they have one of those teams from either conference play on Friday night on Fox. Then, of course,
I
the
know. That's what I'm
ACC,
saying.
they trying to get they little coverage with no, they trying to get they look. That's a night for the eight. They've done that the last couple of years where they did some of these ACC games on Friday night, where they giving these guys some coverage, and giving them a good little look. Just like you gonna see soon how they got the MAC conference. The MAC conference is always be playing on like Wednesday and shit. You know what I mean? When the
Yeah.
season went into the middle of the year.
I say stepping on high school football toes. I don't know if that's good for football as a whole.
My boy Tay said Florida State covering the spread. Yep, I think they gonna cover it too, Tay, for sure, bro. I got them covering for sure. And then Thrill Hill, he said he going with Arizona State over TCU. Then Tony said he said Arizona State definitely covering the spread. So
They
okay,
the favorite.
okay.
Makes me want to flip my prediction to TCU.
Who you? I said I'm leaning TCU too. I'm leaning TCU too, man. I'm definitely leaning TCU for sure.
And now,
And let's go to the next one right here. So of course, man, Saturday, which is they I don't know why they got the game like that, but fuck it, it is what it is. But BYU, Colorado, a night game Saturday night. They got BYU currently -6.5 right now, 50.5 over and under in the game. Crazy, man. Of course, BYU they played them in the bowl game with Shador and Travis Hunter and company last year, and they mopped the floor with them in that bowl game. And Colorado, they got
it's
them at
supposed to be
home,
worse.
man. They got them at home this week, man. And no, they got BYU up by a touchdown on the spread, man. So how y'all feeling about BYU and Colorado?
About to be a
BYU
blowout.
losing by 17
About
at
to be.
least.
It's gonna be a
Who about to get
blowout.
blown out?
Colorado.
Colorado.
Colorado gonna get blown out by BYU?
Uh
Y'all don't think
They're
they're gonna
gonna
put up
lose
a fight?
handily. I ain't gonna call it a blowout. They're gonna lose handily.
huh. Yeah. I'm saying they're gonna lose by at least 10 points.
Tony, you hear him, man?
What? I ain't jumping ship or nothing. I'm just calling the game.
Yeah.
Facts, facts. I'm talking shit. Yeah, bro.
So I already
Yeah,
know you was
man.
calling for help. Help! I need my big brother. Where you at?
Tony said, y'all believe in pride.
I do believe in Prime. Just not against BYU
Right. I believe in talent.
Saturday.
Yeah, man. I'm going with BYU too, man. I think they cover the spread in this one, man. I wouldn't even be surprised if BYU beat Colorado by 2 scores in this game. Honestly, I'll be real. I got BYU at least by a touchdown or 2 scores in this game for sure. Absolutely. And we can go to the next one. Georgia Tech at Wake Forest, man. Georgia Tech reeling, man. 4-0 right now. Georgia Tech, they -3.5 on the spread, 52.5 over and under in this game right here, man. Wake Forest 2-1. How y'all feeling with this game right here? Georgia Tech, they hot right now. They hot.
Oh, they good. When does I got Georgia Tech covering all of that. Over. Georgia Tech gonna put a whooping on Wake Forest. Uh, but when does Miami play Georgia Tech? Does anybody know? I'm
Let
about
me
to look that up.
see. I'm looking. I'm up
That's gonna
on
be
it
the
right
game
now.
that tells me about Miami.
Oh, they don't play in the regular season. I
No.
forgot. They don't play in the regular season.
Hmm.
So
They
because
play like
I
every
heard
year.
people talking this earlier this week, talking like if Miami and Georgia Tech they win out and they got a chance to see each other in that ACC championship.
Miami was like, nah, y'all beat us last year. I don't want to play y'all again.
My
Yeah.
boy
Georgia
Tay
Tech.
said he picking BYU, Georgia Tech, and USC. Okay.
I got the same.
Same here too.
Yeah, I'm going with Georgia Tech, man. Now the 13 and a half, I'm a little bit weary of that spread. I wouldn't probably go with that spread, honestly. With Wake Forest. I
I
see
would.
them beat. I got Georgia Tech winning hands down, but I wouldn't bet them beating them by 2 touchdowns.
I would.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they do, though. I wouldn't be surprised if they honestly do, but I wouldn't bet that honestly if I'm a betting man.
Wake Forest not good. I just don't think they're good. I think I,
I think Georgia Tech's just that much better than them. The Wake Forest ain't bad for an ACC team.
Yeah, they
They're a
they
middle
they
of the pack
not that
ACC
bad.
team.
they about to
Yeah, I
lose.
mean they're 2-1. They probably played cupcakes for the first 2 wins,
Yeah.
but they're not Georgia Tech, especially Georgia Tech right now.
I see
Georgia
Georgia.
Tech right now looks good.
Yeah, I see Georgia Tech won about 3 scores.
Damn.
Yeah, I bet that over and cover and all that.
Damn, he had 3 scores. I'm
Three
like, damn,
scores. Three
that's
scores.
crazy. So USC, a big one right here, man. USC at Illinois, man, right here, man. Top 25 ranked game right here. 12 o'clock. This is the Fox noon game right here, man. So USC traveling from Cali all the way to Illinois. Illinois coming off the ass from Indiana last week. And USC, they beat Michigan State last week in a shootout a little bit. So you got USC -6.5. The over and under is 60.5. Who y'all got in this John right here?
Illinois pissed me off last week, so USC.
Ha ha
I think
ha.
USC is just more talented all the way around. And Illinois is not what I thought they was, or whatever Dennis Green said. And yeah, I got USC by like 9.
I got USC. I think the score gonna be like 45-21.
Damn.
I don't think it's gonna be close. Illinois showed me everything I need to see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, I agree with y'all. I'm with y'all on this. USC, I think they definitely covered the spread on this one for sure. I think Tony he said that right there. Yeah, USC covers that 6.5. Um, I kind of expect Illinois to come out with a little bit, fire a little bit, but just talent wise, man, USC got the better talent on their team, and they should get this win for sure. The quarterback from USC been going crazy throughout this year. And this is still an interesting game, man. I would love to see if Illinois can definitely pull this shit off for sure, though.
Yeah,
Tony said, "I don't know who and why all of a sudden faith at Illinois."
I never had
gone.
faith.
I did.
Drill
I
Hill
thought they
said
were
USC
better.
got a defense.
Arizona got Sam Darnold out here looking like Lamar Jackson.
My boy Tay said USC definitely covering the spread for sure. Yeah, I think they're gonna cover too, brother, for sure, man. So we all got USC winning that joint. We all got Georgia Tech and BYU winning. So we all three in agreement with those three games. So let's go to the next dome. So Notre Dame at Arkansas right here, man. Arkansas, of course, they lost to Memphis last week, which was nasty work. And Notre Dame, they're 1-2 right now, man. I ain't been looking too crazy with Notre Dame, honestly, either, man. But they got Notre Dame -4.5, 63.5 over and under right here in this game. Who y'all got?
Yeah.
This one's a tough one for me because Another team that I thought was really good was going to have the defense at least doesn't.
Yeah.
And but I mean, I think
How
Notre
is
Dame
Notre Dame
wins,
still ranked with being them
but
being
it's
1 and 2?
probably
I don't know. Hey,
I was
this
just sitting there thinking that, like, how the hell they ranked when they? I was like, okay, man, okay.
I don't know. I
And
think Notre
they
Dame.
lost to Miami. Like Notre Dame, looking back at them, they lost to Miami in the first game, 27-24, in a close one. Then they lost to Texas A&M 41-40, which is no. Both of those teams are two top 10 teams right now, so they're giving them grace by losing in the one-score games to those two teams, and they blew out Purdue 56-30. Even though giving 30 points to Purdue is nasty work.
Yes, yes. Notre Dame needs to be on upset alert. I think they're going to win the game, but they need to be on upset alert because they going to Arkansas, and if that Arkansas team plays inspired, they're
Yeah,
going
I
to look.
mean Arkansas, they lost to Memphis last week 32-31, and they lost to Ole Miss the week before 41-35. So they're in the same kind of boat where they lost two one-score games in the same
Yeah,
boat.
yeah. Notre Dame loses this one though. They season done.
Oh yeah, the
late
playoffs be
season
over.
already.
They literally can't afford to lose. I mean, even though they're independent, they're independent, but they can't afford to lose 3 games. They
No,
can't.
No one's
They
getting in with
need
three
this one.
losses.
you don't think so?
No one's getting in with three
I did
losses.
see some people. I seen a couple of guys on ESPN saying Notre Dame can get in with 3 losses. I was just like, I mean, they letting that ride. That's crazy.
I mean they. I mean, yeah. I can see Notre Dame losing though, man. They lost to Northern Illinois last year at home. Like, so I just feel like, they got
They
they
also
got
made the national championship last year. Let's not downgrade last year's season for them.
no, I'm not down. I'm talking about like as far as this game, like if they could lose to Northern Illinois at home, they can definitely lose this game to Arkansas, is what I'm saying. I think, but
I
I
mean,
think
that's last year's squad. Even though I can say I think last year's Notre Dame squad is way more talented than this team. I will say that.
mm, I mean it's a must win for them. And they better play like it.
Definitely a must win for sure.
Hmm.
Let's see, check my boy Tay said Notre Dame. He said he got Notre Dame and they covered the spread. Yeah, I think I'll roll with Notre Dame in this one, man. I say they'll win this one. I say this game probably be in the 20s. Notre Dame win like 31-24, something like that.
Man, I just don't see them putting up 30 points. How they even put? I mean, I
Shit.
don't know. I'm just not a really big believer in their quarterback either.
I
Maybe
mean
it's
Jordan Core. I mean Core right now. He has 49 completions, 74 attempts, 5 tutties, 2 interceptions, with 737 passing yards right now. But Arkansas quarterback Green been lighting it up, man. Even though he got 4 interceptions, but he got 1,191 passing yards. Um, 81 completions, 126 attempts. You see they you pretty much see that, Notre Dame, they got that running game with Jeremiah Love, man. And they gotta build off of that, a lot with, Carr. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Create the balance for the offense for him. So it won't you don't want to put too much on Carr, which is that's where I felt I've been hearing people speak about it too. They felt like they put, Carr and some of those dire situations where he got to air that shit out, and that ain't they game. They ain't how they want to play.
yeah, but they can't run car like that like they did their quarterback last year. That's not his game either. He's more like a passer, I thought though. You know what I mean?
No, that's a
Than
fact.
a quarterback that you can run on. And I think that I mean when I watched the first game they played, I felt like they was trying to still use that same game plan that they utilized last year, running a quarterback 15, 16 times a game. And I just don't think they got the personnel to do that, the quarterback to do that this year, and that's why they're struggling.
Yeah, plus that Notre Dame defense ain't as crazy as
Mm-mm.
we used to seeing either too. Right now, they giving up a lot of points right now.
Mm-hmm.
They
Trash.
giving up a lot of points right now.
Yep.
So, yeah, so we all in agreement with Notre Dame. We got Notre Dame in that game. Utah State at Vanderbilt right here, man. Utah State they're 3-1. Vanderbilt's 4-0, of course. They got Vanderbilt minus 23 and a half on the spread. And they got the over under 58 and a half in this game right here, which is I wouldn't bet this shit personally if it was me. But I got Vanderbilt winning this for sure, of course. But I wouldn't bet the spread, even though I can see them probably trying to get out on them like that. But I ain't that confident though in that. Yeah, I'll
23 and
stay away from that on the betting side.
yeah, I wouldn't bet that either.
I would.
That they
You would bet
recover.
the 20.
Vanderbilt's
You
good,
would bet them
though.
cover the
They
spread.
are good.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
That they cover by
Better. I mean, they're not last year's Vanderbilt. I was super young, but did go beat Alabama, I think it was, and somebody else too. But they
they be
didn't, they didn't do much the rest. Now they're a little more seasoned, and they're going to make some noise.
they be
They might
Tennessee.
be a third SEC team that gets in.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just see. I mean, I think Vanderbilt winning. Utah State's a decent team too. So
Yeah, bro.
it's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet the 23 and a half. I wouldn't bet that. I got them winning though for sure, but I ain't betting that.
I
We go
would.
to the big one right here. LSU at Ole Miss right here, man. They got Ole Miss minus 1.5, 57 and a half over and under on this game right here with LSU and Ole Miss right here. Both teams undefeated 4-0. And what y'all think about this one right here, man? This is a big one for the SEC conference right here.
I got Ole Miss.
Mm.
Me too. LSU goes there because they're overrated too. Um, yeah, I think Ole Miss has I don't know. I just got a feeling about that game. And they getting points. Yeah, I'm gonna give me them with the points. I'm yes. Oh no, they're favored. My bad. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, I'm
That's
taking
crazy.
Ole Miss. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm looking at I'm looking at the dude Gary Nussmeier right here, man. Like, of course, he got 962 passing yards for the year, but he got two picks, man, six tutties. Like, it just seems like the passing game, like, ain't crazy as they were, saying before the season for LSU. Like, I'm not seeing what they were seeing for as Nussmeier being a first round pick and all of that for LSU right now. I'm just not seeing what they're seeing or whatever
No,
the hell they're talking about.
no.
Right,
I,
yeah.
this gonna be a bad year for quarterbacks in the NFL draft. I just feel like that, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be. There's not really too many like head turners. Garrett Nussmeier, Kate Kublik, those are supposed to be big time names. You know what I mean? And they're underperforming. So well, I won't say Garrett
First
Nussmeier.
pick in the draft is gonna be a safety.
Say
Let's
again.
go. And the first pick in the draft is gonna be a safety.
Yes,
My
yes.
boy Tay said, "Ole Miss by walk off."
Let's go.
That's tough. That's tough, man. Honestly, man, with this one, man, I think it's tough, man. I think I'm gonna lean Ole Miss too, man. I'm gonna lean Ole Miss in this one too, man. I think they covered that 1.5. At least win by a field goal, at least, man. I think they covered this one. LSU defense has been pretty impressive this year. They're definitely better than last year. I will say that. My boy Thrill Hill got LSU. He said he got LSU in this one.
Yeah,
Well, you got
I like
LSU.
it.
You really look at the
I
game.
think it's
It's really
really a
a true
toss-up
50.
game.
It's a true 50. It's a true 50-50 game, in my opinion.
Mm.
It's looking for it. Let's get this. And we got Auburn at Texas A&M. They got Texas A&M minus 6.5. A 52 and a half over and under in this game right here. Marcel Reed for Texas A&M, man, he's a true baller, man. Then of course,
Yeah.
Auburn, they got Peyton Thornton over there. What y'all think about this one?
I'm going.
Auburn just lost in A&M's top 10 team. Uh, yeah, I don't have any faith in Auburn.
Yeah, I'm going A&M.
Yeah, I'm going with Marcel Reed and A&M and company, man. I got him winning too, man, in this one. And they at home and too, so they got a little juice being at home. And I think they had definitely covered that 6.5 spread. I think they covered that. I think they at least get Auburn by a touchdown in this one. I think they cover that. I like that. Actually, that game. That's a good little pick, probably for real. Honestly, just thinking
Hmm.
about it. And Indiana at Iowa, man. Indiana coming off the big win, blowing out Illinois this past week. Um, of course, Iowa they're 3-1. Indiana they're undefeated. Indiana they got them right now minus 8.5 on the spread, but it's going to be a 48.5 over and under currently, man, which is crazy because they don't have no stock in Iowa's offense at all. That's why they got it that low on the over and under, obviously.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was just
Which I
gonna run
think,
the ball.
yeah, which I think about that one.
I was just gonna run the ball and lose. Play good defense, but um, yeah, I just think Indiana's offense is gonna score more points. If that makes sense. Their
Yeah,
defenses are pretty close to each other, but the offenses are miles apart.
yeah. I think Indiana definitely covers the spread. I got them winning by at least 2 touchdowns minimum. You know,
Mm.
it's levels.
Yeah, because Iowa's offense is just, I mean, I know they got the quarterback, Gronkowski, whatever the hell his damn name is, but that offense is still trash. And they don't got no Caleb Johnson back there, running back, man, no more. So, yeah, I got Indiana on this one, man. They definitely covering on this one for sure. I'm just not confident in Iowa, even though they defense may come out and try to be a little bit, you know, strapped up for him, but I don't see it happening. I got Indiana winning this one for sure too.
Yeah.
My boy Thrill Hill, he said Indiana. Yeah, brother, definitely Indiana for sure. And Tennessee at Mississippi State, man. What y'all think about this one? Tennessee minus 7.5 and 62.5 over under in this game.
Hmm.
I think Mississippi has enough.
Yeah.
Tennessee wins. I think it'll be a lot closer than people think. I'll take the under.
Yeah, I think it'll be close. Maybe first 3.5 quarters. I think Tennessee pulls away.
Mm, that's tough. Yeah, I definitely got Tennessee. I ain't got no confidence in Mississippi State. None whatsoever. They been getting cooked out there.
Yeah.
Uh, get to the these next three. So you got big Arizona at Iowa State. Iowa State minus 5.5 over under 48.5 right here, bro. Both teams undefeated. Somebody old gots to go.
I got Iowa State. It's my nephew's favorite team. I'm gonna take them for that reason. It's gonna be close.
I'm going Iowa State too. I think they cover the spread.
Facts, yeah, man. I think I'm gonna go with I'm going with Iowa State, man. I'm leaning into Iowa State. Uh, this Arizona team is a little bit interesting though because they have been hot, but it's just looking at like, oh, let me see. look at something real quick with them. Um, Arizona right here. With of course Iowa State, they got the big win over TCU earlier this year, and I mean where Arizona, yeah, Iowa State, they got the big win over TCU. I mean, well, not TCU, Kansas State. My bad. On in week 0, then they beat South Dakota State 55-7. Then they beat Iowa in a close game, which is our rival game in state, 16-13. Then they just beat Arkansas State last week, 24-16. And then looking at Arizona, of course, first 3 games they beat Hawaii 40-6. They and no, they beat Kansas State last week, 23-17. So that's why after that win last week, it's kind of like putting their name back in position in a sense.
Yeah, I'm still taking Iowa. So I mean, Arizona is one of those things they got to prove it to me. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Yeah. I want to talk about that Oregon game.
yeah, man. So
Yeah,
let's talk
let's
about
get
it,
there.
man. Oregon, Penn State. Penn State minus 3.5 right now. 52.5 over and under right here in this game right here. Let's talk about it. I love this game. This is both of these teams' first true test. And Oregon on the road to Penn State. Of course, Oregon last year they beat Penn State in the Big Ten championship. And what y'all thinking, man? How y'all feeling about this one?
I think Penn
Oh, I
State being
love this one.
favored is crazy to me. I just don't think they should be favored just based off the eye test of these teams.
Man,
Um,
that's it's because of they at home. They getting and it's gonna be the whiteout. seven
mm,
thirty kickoff on NBC.
There'll be a whole bunch of people with white shirts on that are going to be upset.
yeah, yeah,
I don't even think it's close. I think Oregon beat somebody double digits.
I do too. This is the game that puts Franklin on like officially. Like he may be on a hot seat, but it's gonna be heating up after this game for sure.
Man, now I wanted to ask y'all this: Is this who more is this a must win game for between these two teams? Is it between Oregon and Penn State?
Penn
It's
State,
not a must win for Oregon at all.
absolutely not. It's a must win for Penn State though, because
Yes.
it's a narrative that you know what I'm saying. Franklin can't win the big one. It's a narrative that he can't win the big games. Like you know what I'm saying. Like that's the pressure he has. So it's a damn sure a big game. They just got a brand new defensive coordinator. They got the best running back duo. You at home to wide out. Oh nah, bro, you got to win this.
Favored.
You favored
You know what I
too.
mean? There's no pressure on Oregon.
Yeah, you got to win this. Oregon come in playing with house money. They're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? We ain't favored. Yeah. Listen, bro, Oregon about to do said Oregon defense suspect. Well, we gonna find out this week. We get some running backs. We gonna find out for sure. But I got Oregon winning, and I'm gonna give a score prediction on this one. I got Oregon winning 45-21.
All right.
Mm. 3-score game.
45-21. Embarrasses them bums.
Mm.
They beat them the way Bud beat Canelo, methodically.
Well, no question.
I mean, just
Yeah.
looking at the game, man. Of course, right now with the matchup predictor, they got Penn State 51.1% on the matchup predictor over Oregon 48.9%. And I mean, you just looking at the year, Drew Aller only has 626 passing yards for the year, 57 completions out of 88, 4 tutties,
So,
and 1
so
interception. And no, of course, Dante Moore, like, 71 completions out of 95, 962 passing yards, 11 tutties, 1 interception. He's been pretty much flawless DeQuan Moore, the freshman, is Oregon's current leading receiver with 12 catches, 207 yards, and two tutties right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, just me honestly, bro. I talked about this game. We talked about it in the chat, man. It kind of I kind of got the same game plan for Oregon that I would how I would play them if I was, if I was them, and how I expect Ohio State to play them when we see these boys in November when they come to the shoe. Force the game on Drew Aller.
Yeah.
Put them guys in the box. Put them in the box. Let them motherfuckers make that boy Drew Aller air that bitch out to try to win the game. Now, if he beat y'all, then hey, you got to salute him for it. But right now, I'm just saying in general, it's different, man. I got Oregon in this one, man, big time.
Yeah.
I got no faith in Drew Allen.
I don't got
I don't.
like
I know it's not
Drew
that deep.
Aller,
Like I
bro.
know he's
I
probably
have not
better, and I
seen
think
Drew Aller beat a team with his arm in the game. I've never seen it. He had the opportunity in the semifinal last year against Notre Dame, and we didn't see it then. So, what makes me think he's going to do it in this game with Oregon? I just don't see it. Like, it's just me.
Yeah.
If I'm Oregon, I let Drew Aller beat me, and I salute you if he beat me, but with his arm. I'm not letting them two running backs cook us running the ball all fucking night. I'm not going to do that. If I'm Oregon, I'm putting 8-9 in the box, and I'm telling Drew Aller, you got to beat me tonight.
You're gonna have to do it. You have to show me. I don't think he does.
This game comes up to them key moments to where the quarterback play. Who's going to be want to have the better night? You know what I'm saying, between Dante Moore and Drew Aller right now. And I'm more confident in Dante Moore and that offense with Oregon got than Drew Aller and company on offense with Penn State. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
I would take Oregon the +3.5. That's me. If I'm betting, I'm taking Oregon with the +3.5.
Oh, absolutely. They're on my ticket this week.
I don't think Penn State beats them over a field goal.
I don't think Penn State not gonna beat them at all.
at all.
They ain't gonna beat them at all. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna be the ugliest. It's gonna. My bold take this week. This is gonna be the worst whiteout loss Penn State's had in a whiteout game. The worst loss.
That's tough. That's tough.
That's how I feel.
That's tough. So we all got Oregon in that one.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
I say Oregon beats them. I'll say 28-24. 28-24. And
If you want predictions,
Alabama,
I got.
you go ahead.
I'm doing predictions. I got what 38, 27.
Mm-hmm. Something slight. Yeah, I mean, yeah, man. So we going Alabama at Georgia, big game right here in the SEC, right here, man. 7:30 kickoff on ABC. They got Georgia -2.5, 53.5 over and under for the game overall. This is this a 50-50 game to y'all? Let me ask y'all that. Let's start with that.
Alabama, Georgia. I think Georgia is going to give Alabama the business.
Ooh,
Mm.
I don't. I don't see it as a 50-50 game either. I think Bama shows up. I think Bama beats them. I mean, not by a lot, but I got Bama by the field goal.
I mean, Kirby. Everybody talk about Kirby Smart's always had struggles against Alabama. He's struggled against Nick Saban, not Alabama. Kalen DeBoer is not. He ain't getting these boys ready to play. He's not the motivator. I think Georgia handles Alabama. I'm going 34-20.
Damn.
Uh, 27-24. Bammer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the overall scale of the games from both teams. I mean, of course, Georgia. I mean, Bama, they lost their first game 31-17 from Florida State, got belt the ass in that game, and then they beat Louisiana Monroe 73 to nothing. Then they beat Wisconsin 38-15. And then you looking at Georgia, they done beat Marshall 45-7, then Appalachian State 28-6, and then Tennessee in overtime 44-41. So I mean, you kind of look at that App State game that they had. They only beat them 28-6, and that ain't that impressive. That was a team they were supposed to pack up and send about their business.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how I see it, fellas.
Man, I want to see
I
my
like.
boy
I
Justin
know
Hill
I'm in the
get.
minority with that.
I would love to see my boy Justin Hill get some check out there.
Right.
Yeah, my boy Thrill Hill. He said the Bulldogs. Yeah, I'm riding with Georgia in this one, man. I ain't gonna lie. I think they're the better overall team, and then I think it comes down to coaching. Something that Crutch mentioned similar, with the coaching. You know what I'm saying? Who do you trust more coaching wise in this game? And I trust Kirby Smart any day over fucking um
I would be
dumbass
dumb to bring up coaching and say
DeVore.
the board was the better coach. I didn't say that shit. I don't think it's a coaching game. I think Ryan Williams under the lights has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah. I don't know. I
Yeah,
just think Georgia. This ain't the year. I think this ain't the year for Bama to beat them. Yeah.
and you see what
I think that's why they do.
Kirby Smart. He said Kirby Smart said he calls Todd Simpson the hottest quarterback in the nation currently.
Cap.
Ha ha
Big cap.
ha
That's big.
ha ha. We all right, man. So we got one more, which is this thing crazy. UMass at Missouri right here. This spread is insane. Of course, I know we all going with Missouri. 43 and a half spread on this from Mizzou. I wouldn't bet this game if you're betting personally. That's just me personally. Don't bet this one. But I wouldn't be surprised if they get out on them over 43 and a half. But I wouldn't bet it though. That's just me. Um, let's get into the game, fellas. So the main one, man, the Buckeyes headed west versus the Washington Huskies, man. How y'all feeling right here? We see the spread on ESPN Bet on this right now currently is 7.5. Earlier this week we seen 8.5 on others like FanDuel and DraftKings and everything amongst this game right here. And you see the matchup predictor right there, man. Ohio State 68.8% to Washington's 31.2% right here. So just briefly, man, what y'all thinking? How y'all feeling? Well, matter of fact, and let me add a little context to Washington and Ohio State right here, and let me read. Ohio State leads the all-time series with Washington 9-3. This would be the school's first meeting since 2019 Rose Bowl, won by Ohio State 28-23. Ohio State has won the last four games in the series. The teams have played a near even split of games in Seattle, 6 and 5 in Columbus, and one in the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Ohio State is 4-2 in Seattle games and 4-1 in Columbus games. And so you add it up, you got eight so we're 8-3 in those games. This is the first meeting between the two schools at Husky Stadium since 2027, when Ohio State prevailed 33-14. The teams will next meet in the regular season in the next 3 years and in 2028 in Columbus. So we've seen that we've owned Washington in this series between us two right now. and won the last four. You know what I'm saying? So, what y'all think about that right there?
Go ahead, Chris.
I think it's a different echelon of programs. Washington has their hands full. I
Yeah,
don't think it's close though.
yeah, that spread is disrespectful. We about to do these dudes bad, bro. Like I just really believe that in my heart, man. Like
They're gonna regret coming to the Big Ten.
we about to do these
Yeah,
dudes
so
bad.
looking at Washington's key players right there, of course, obviously their quarterback, Demond Williams Jr., 50 of 68 passing, 73.5%, 778 yards, six tutties, no interceptions, which is very key. He's not turning the ball over. Of course, he's on the ground with it too as well, with 34 carries, 322 yards, two tutties. And their running back, Jonah Coleman. I've been hearing them this week compare him to better Mayan Williams. And he's just a straightforward guy. He don't got no wiggle or anything for real, just watching him and stuff. And like their offense is like, I don't know if Tony's still in the comments, man, but uh, like their offense is good. But like I said, the competition ain't the competition is lackluster to me though.
Yeah.
Like you looking at the competition, like you looking at their last games, they play, they beat Washington State 59-24. Then played another team, beat them 70-10. Then they beat Colorado State 38-21 in that game. And they just haven't played that they ain't played nobody like us. Put it like that. They ain't played nobody like us.
Sound like Kendrick. Oh, no, they not like us. My bad. That's what was ringing in my head when you said it. Nobody like us. They not like us.
That so definitely they definitely not like us. And so just looking at it over right here, overall, man. So going into this game, what y'all thinking, man? What's the keys to victory and everything for this game for the Buckeyes?
Not
Not
make
turning the ball over.
You took the words out of my mouth. I would say not making mistakes. If we don't make no mistakes, turn the ball over, this game will be ugly, like we
I
expect.
do think they
Oh,
get a
what?
couple
Yeah, I meant to
scores.
ask because TB, you wasn't on last week. Last week you was kind of in and out a little bit, but what you think about the game with OU? Like, from the performance from the week, from that performance going into this week, like what you want to like? Because I know we talked about me and Crush. I know we talked about the red zone offense last week, where in that game in Ohio on the turned the ball over in the red zone, and we didn't
Mhm.
make it happen in the red zone. So I know that's a key thing that they definitely want to make notion into this game.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, I think that I'm not concerned about that. I feel like um that we kind of played down to the competition a little bit. I think I'm trusting Coach Day to rectify that, get these boys ready. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to remember that um every Ohio State gets every team's best effort. You know what I'm saying? Every week, no matter who we play, you know we getting the teams. Like teams get up for us, so we can't afford to. You know what I'm saying? To play down to the competition. I think that rest of the struggles that you mentioned wasn't because of their competition was competing with ours or you know what I mean or anything like that. I just think that we just didn't execute and we just played down. But I don't think we come into Washington with that same energy. So uh, upset special, I don't see that. You know what I mean?
My boy Thrill Hill, he a Husky fan. He up that way.
I'm willing to put some money up on that if he wants to do that. You know what I'm saying? If he wants to do that, I'm willing to do that. But that's how I feel. Ohio game, plus you got to also think about it too. Like it's Ohio versus Ohio State. A lot of people from the outside in, if you're not from Ohio, you might not get it. But we knew Ohio was going to be up for that. You know what I mean? Like they was
Bro, they won the MAC last year, bro. Literally, bro, I can honestly say they probably beat like a bottom tier or two teams in the Big Ten probably right now.
Yeah, yeah.
They like that MAC team can probably beat UCLA and beat fucking um who else is trash in the Big Ten that's at the bottom.
Rutgers.
But yeah, one of them. You know what I mean?
They
Like
get
that.
Nebraska a run. I say they get Nebraska a run. For real, for real.
Like that Ohio team is not bad at all. Like you know what I mean, especially I'll actually want them to win the MAC. So that win looks good for us for real. In
Mhm.
reality,
All right.
like
Correct.
I'm actually rooting for them to win that motherfucker now. And I mean, oh, Demond Williams, man, just looking at him, bro, like he's a small guy. I mentioned that in our group chat where I said, like, yeah, he's 5'11, close about 190. Like, he's not big at all. Yeah, they comparing him to like Kyler Murray and shit, Matt Patricia and Ryan Day. Ryan Day said he was when he went to a high school game where he was going to watch Dylan Raiola and Demond was on the other sideline playing against him, and he was watching Demond play, and that Demond was a baller, and he didn't even realize it until his son Ryan Day mentioned it to him in recent time, and like that was that kid that we went to go see, that you said that was a baller that played against Dylan Raiola on the other side that
Mhm.
night. So yeah, I mean Demond Williams, of course, man. Like this is my thing. Y'all think y'all gonna be running him willy nilly with that size against this defense? That shit ain't
Nah,
not gonna be
Marvell
happening.
Reese
He
spying
gonna get his damn head knocked off out there
nah,
trying to run.
that ain't happening.
This defense is physical as hell, bro. Like they trying to really annihilate dudes out there, man. So I don't think they would go with the game plan of Demond, you know, taking too much punishment in this game for real. It ain't even worth the risk.
No, it's not. Definitely not. Oh, but
Yeah.
yeah, man. Actually, I gotta go pick up a family member from the airport, y'all. But I love y'all, man. I gotta
I
go.
love you too, brother. You already know. You already know. It's all
on both.
good.
So,
For sure. We finishing up. So yeah,
Yeah.
man. I mean, just looking at our games though, from of course, we look solid, starting out the season and stuff, but it's time to really open it up a little bit more, with Julian per se. I
That was
think
going to
it's
be my next question. Is because we're worried about turnovers. Do you think he would release the reins? You know what I mean? Like in the week one, he told you he was holding back, and now after those few turnovers, you think he's going to be a little shy and go back to running on every single first and second down?
Yeah, I think it goes to where it goes to that balance, that we always talk about with this offense with the running game. Like, and of course, with Washington, this stadium, they're going to be loud. This is a great atmosphere that Ohio State is going into, and they're going to be a loud atmosphere and everything to where first true road test for JS10, which is from Ryan Day. Listening to him in the press conference the other day, he said that they got everything planned and organized and everything. So you can probably see some silent counts from JS10. There's probably a lot of silent counts instead of doing the clap counts. And with that atmosphere, it'd be hard to do that shit. Which is Ohio State. They got experience for us being on the road from the playoffs and everything, and that's another reason why they're going the day earlier than they would typically would, rather than Thursday rather than Friday. You know what I mean? So they did
Plus having the
the
bye week
best
already
college
too.
football Fridays in Washington earlier. So yeah, man. I mean, with JS10, like we say, he just got to control the ball. Don't turn the ball over, man. Get the ball out to your playmakers, and you know I think the D ball, like this Washington defense, bro, is not good. Tackling wise, they do got
I agree.
some big corners. I will say that from looking at, they got big corners, but them tackling wise, bro, they are not they're one of the bad back tackling teams in college football right now. Like with like over 20 some missed tackles in 4 games. So I'm just saying that in three, and well, in 3 games, my bad, like correction. In 3 games, they got 20 up to 25 missed tackles damn near in 3 games. That's nasty damn work. And you think you're gonna be tackling CJ Donaldson and Bo Jackson and James P. I think this is a night our running backs eat. Like we gonna the rotation of the running back play is what I'm real interested in. Of course, everybody got the question and wondering if Bo is gonna be the starter at running back this week in this game, but I kind of got a sense it's gonna be either James or CJ get the nod a little bit. And Ryan Day did mention the other day about James People not getting much tick and everything. You know what I'm saying? Which is just like he said that they need all 3 running backs to contend for this year. Of course, the guys behind them as well. They want to have depth at every position. That's what they pushing. So you're going to see a rotation of these 3 guys between Bo Jackson, um, James Peoples, and C.J. Donaldson. Where like whoever got the high hand going to be the guy. Which is kind of by committee last year what they did with Q and Trey.
Yeah, I want to see Bo Jackson get more time. More important time, not the time at the end of the games when he right against these lesser teams, second and third string. It's just not there. So I'm wondering if that's a little bit of the inflation or if it's, you know what I mean? He's really that guy, which I think he is, but I want to see. You know what I mean?
Facts, bro. Facts, bro. I truly think you're gonna just see a rotation of these guys and whoever the high hand is. This is a day that you want to see the O line be solid up front, run and blocking, and just have great balance to where it makes the game easier for JS10. We go up 2 scores in this game, 3 scores on Washington. That takes the air out of that stadium and it's good riddance for him from there. Like, 'cause I don't think Washington's offense is that good enough to be in a shootout with our offense. I just don't see it happening. Especially, like I said earlier this year, I don't see our defense giving up over giving up 4 scores like 28 plus points in a game. I just don't see it with this defense. I don't even see us giving up 20 points, let alone damn near 28. That's just me.
No, I'm with you. This defense is stellar. It might go down like that, but where it's one of those historical defenses, like points per game was only 11 or some shit. You know what I mean? The entire season through the playoffs, like that would be nasty work.
Then they gave us 2 weeks to prepare for him, a bye week. Yeah, bro. Like, oh my god, bro. This damn near sound like it's gonna be a massacre, probably, bro.
That's how I see it.
I think we get out on these boys early and take the air out of the stadium. And them boys, they end up going. The Washington fans start heading home to the car. Yeah, get them out
Tennessee,
of there early.
Tennessee 2.0.
Get him out of there early. Yeah, man. So yeah, prediction for the game. What's the score? So what you got in the score?
48-13.
Damn.
I'm gonna give him 13 because I like their quarterback. I'm not trying to downgrade him, but at the same point in time, I know it's gonna be hard for him to see. Uh, I want to give him some points. I'll give him 13, and most of them will. Let's call 10 of them come uh, garbage time.
Facts. Yeah, bro. I think I would go with. I'm going to limb. I say we get them. We get them 42. I see us putting up 40 points in these guys. I don't for some reason. I see us putting up 40 on them. And I don't see them doing. I'm kind of similar with you a little bit in the sense. I just don't see them putting up over. I'll say I'll be nice to say 42-10. I don't think this game is going to be close. That's just me. I don't see it being close. I don't think Washington defense is going to be able to uphold with this offense after a while, bro. It's going to get ugly after a while. We should
Yeah,
oppose our will on Washington.
yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna be. I don't want to say it like this because it sounds disrespectful, but it's gonna be light work. It's, I know Tone wants to, pump up the quarterback and everything, and I like the kid. He's good, but our defensive line, our offensive line, are gonna be bigger than theirs. We're gonna be able to do a little bit whatever we want, and then, like to your point about Matt Patricia, how you gonna stop that defense? And especially if you got Arvo Reese out there, fine. And then you got
Facts.
somebody controlling the middle of the field. It's a
You
wrap.
know, man, Caleb. Caleb be spying too. Like, man, this defense is just too good. That's why I was just telling Tony. I was telling Tony, like, bro, yeah, Demond Williams and company, they are a solid football squad, but just the talents, bro. It's just we're just different, bro. And we gonna show the level Saturday, and I can't fucking wait.
Here it comes.
I've
I'm
been
gonna be working
seeing
Saturday
people
too.
out
I'm
there
sorry.
talking. Not too many. I ain't seen no hater because we ain't got no Buckeye hater of the week. Cause I ain't seen too many haters in particular. Was no, I ain't even looked to find one. But don't get it twisted. We fuck around and do a watch party Saturday on this game and
What
fuck
time they
around and
play? They
talk
play three
about the
thirty.
hater.
They
Yeah,
play three
game. Yep,
thirty.
it's at yep 3:30 kickoff.
Oh, it's gonna be cutting it close for kickoff, but I'm gonna be there first quarter.
Yeah, man. So
I
three
should be done
thirty
by three.
kickoff in this game, man. Saturday. We both got the Buckeyes up big time in this one. I just don't see Washington. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I mean, the only advantage they got is them being at home. Everything else is a dub. They have no advantages over us by everything else.
It's not even like close. None of it. It's like Coyotes by 100. You know what I mean? It's unfair, but it is what it is.
Yeah, this
Get
defense
smoked,
is
dog.
gonna eat them boys up for lunch, and I know them boys is hungry for this one. And I remember when we was doing our schedule prediction a few weeks ago, and I was like, man, this game with Washington, people think we are going to this game probably sleeping on them, but they ain't sleeping on these boys. They all the way woken. They awake for this game, and I think they gonna be more up for this game more than anything, especially with them being in a different atmosphere and want to, show the country how good they are and stuff in this different atmosphere and shut
And
that
they
crowd
play
down.
coming off a bye week. These dudes gonna be wanting to play.
Rested well and everything.
They come out flying.
Crazy right there. They got the dead on East Carolina game. East Carolina's playing Army right now. East Carolina's up 21-6 in the fourth quarter right now. The Army right now.
Yeah, at least it ain't Navy.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we both got the Buckeyes winning this drawing, man. Beating them Huskies Saturday, and we definitely gonna be lit, man, this weekend, man. A lot of college football, which is we're gonna be covering a lot of it throughout the day, Saturday for sure. So I will let y'all know. Watch party this Saturday for the game. I fuck around and go live early and maybe watch some games and kind of cover them and shit a little bit throughout the day. So we'll see what's going on, man. But for sure, tap in with the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel, CamJ Network. If you ain't subscribed, like and comment and let us know y'all opinions on any games that we covered and predicted tonight and any other topics that we covered. If y'all watching this on the playback for sure, man. And Buckeye Steppers podcast live every Thursday at 8 p.m. I know this week we no, we usually do our Buckeye Steppers views show at least every other week. So this would be the week that we run. So you'll probably get two shows from Buckeye Steppers this next week. So definitely just stay
Let's go.
tuned in the Buckeye Steppers podcast, man. We got a lot in the works and stuff, and we'll be back with y'all Saturday to watch the game and cover the game and shit and turn up. And, you know what I mean? And it's gonna be lit this week, man. So salute to my dog Crutch, man. You already know my brother. This was another
Yes,
great
sir.
one. Episode 49, episode 50 next week.
Ooh, 2 months of that is a year.
Facts, bro. Facts, man. So you already know, man. Buckeyes Saturday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern time against the Washington Huskies. And trying to
Dogs
pull
getting
out
put
that
down
belt
like
to them
old
boys.
Yeller.
You ready to pull out that belt to them boys out there, man. You feel me? So this is another great one, man. Salute to you, my brother. Salute to everyone. Hit the like button, watch us on the playback, subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed. And OH,
Yo.
IO.